The Columbia River Treaty, established in 1961, is crucial for hydroelectric power generation and flood prevention for both Canada and the United States. However, its governance is currently under scrutiny due to stalled negotiations. The Trump administration proposed a more aggressive stance on securing Canadian water, echoing the contentious North American Water and Power Alliance project from the 1950s. This has reignited concerns about the potential commodification of Canadian water. Environmental experts and Indigenous leaders caution that diverting Canadian water could severely disrupt ecosystems and threaten Indigenous communities. There remains a strong resistance to water exportation among the Canadian public and policymakers. An executive order aimed at modernizing water management has raised alarms regarding the potential targeting of Canadian water resources to alleviate shortages in the U.S. Negotiations are ongoing to address these significant concerns. There are growing apprehensions about the erosion of existing international agreements, particularly the Boundary Waters Treaty, which governs shared water usage. Trump's policies pose a threat to this cooperative framework. Indigenous communities and environmental advocates strongly oppose large-scale water diversion projects, underscoring the necessity of protecting ecosystems and treaty rights. The potential impacts on endangered species are particularly alarming. The Columbia River Treaty, signed in 1961, has historically regulated water flows between Canada and the U.S. However, climate change has rendered it increasingly outdated, raising new concerns about water availability. Trump's remarks regarding Canadian water have reignited debates about large-scale exports to the U.S., causing anxiety among Canadian officials. This matter holds significant implications for ecosystems and Indigenous communities alike. The North American Water and Power Alliance, NWAPA project, originally proposed in the 1950s, seeks to divert Canadian rivers to supply the U.S. This plan raises critical environmental concerns and continues to resurface in policy discussions. The political impacts of Trump's water policies are palpable in Canada, with water security becoming a paramount issue in the federal election campaign. Leaders are addressing strategies to respond to U.S. demands for water access. Public sentiment in Canada overwhelmingly opposes exporting water to the U.S., as it is viewed as a vital national resource. Many Canadians fear such exports could undermine their control over domestic water supplies. Legal and trade implications arise from the 1909 Boundary Waters Treaty, which could be challenged by the U.S. Any changes to these water-sharing agreements may lead to complex legal battles for Canada. The Columbia River Treaty, established in 1961, was intended to manage water storage and distribution between Canada and the U.S. Recent developments indicate a potential shift in how these critical resources may be managed. The Trump administration appears poised to renegotiate the treaty, potentially favoring American interests. This prospect raises significant concerns among Canadian officials regarding the future of their water resources. The historical context of American water diversion projects, such as NWAPA, heightens apprehension about future negotiations. Past initiatives have cast a long shadow over cross-border water management discussions. The Canadian government has firmly articulated that water is a sovereign resource and must be shielded from foreign exploitation and pressures for large-scale exports. Public opinion in Canada strongly favors the protection of freshwater resources, viewing them as a national asset that should remain uncommodified and unexploited. Legal experts warn of potential trade ramifications should Canada agree to water exports, as this could initiate future trade disputes under agreements like USMCA. The Columbia River Treaty negotiations are critical for the future of Canada-US water relations and demand immediate attention to resolve present conflicts. Canada must staunchly defend its water sovereignty against U.S. pressures, ensuring a cooperative diplomatic relationship while navigating the Trump administration's potentially aggressive policies. The impact of climate change is profoundly altering global water availability, making the safeguarding of Canada's freshwater resources more urgent than ever for future generations.